So you start off on this punt well, you come down the line with good hustle. Notice you're about 5 yards in from the sideline. As the play comes toward you, rather than backing up out of bounds as you should to give room to the players, you stayed in the middle, got in the way of number 17, and then when the play was over, you turned your back on 9 players, left the spot, and passed it off to the middle of the field. You want to hold the spot and face the players. That way, you'll have more presence and you'll know what's going on around you. In this clip, I want you to see how much wandering you do when you're on the line. When you're on the line, you should not be wandering at all, but your legs should be firmly set and still. You're the only one that can identify what the line is. I also want you to understand that you're way too far inside. Do you see how you're only 1 yard away from that outside receiver? In fact, she looks like she wants to go out more, but you blocked her in, and you are 15 yards in from the line of scrimmage. You repeated the down to the head referee. It was rather sloppy. And you start wandering. You're several yards behind the line of scrimmage right now. Head referee is there to line you up. You look away and you start to wander. Again, it's an unmarked field. You can't see the bag. And therefore, I know that you do not have any idea where the line of scrimmage is at this point. You continue to wander. And again, when the team breaks, you'll see that you're far too close to those outside receivers. And you're not giving them enough room to continue with their play. You're behind the line of scrimmage right now, in no position to make a ruling. Great coverage downfield, you're looking in the right place. Good call, good signal there, but again, you don't give the down to the head referee. He lined you up. You still don't give him a signal for the down. And now it's third down, and you should be thinking punt. You should know where the first down marker is, and you should be ready for a punt. But again, in this situation, your gates go up late and haphazard and far too quick. Notice how you're too short and too close, and you're actually behind the line of scrimmage. And as the play develops, you're walking even though it's a punt, and you should be hustling down the field. When the play ends, you'll actually turn your back on the spot once again, making it impossible for you to know where the line of scrimmage is. Now, I started this video, I just couldn't believe how much you were wandering and how far it was taking you out of position. You can see that the ball is on the 2-yard line. There's no easier place for you to get lined up. Yet you're still several yards off the line of scrimmage, and there's no way you could rule properly on offsides. The play ended far on the other side of the field. No reason to give an incomplete sign. You let that be the job of the official closest to the play. You also did not give the down to the head referee, and you're still way out of position. There's an awful lot of fidgeting going on. That makes you look nervous and uncomfortable, and it's something you should work on. There's no reason to touch your whistle until you're putting it into your mouth, and then you should let go of it. Again, notice that you're well off the line of scrimmage. Those players are 3 to 4 yards behind you, and they're on the line. This is a punt. You do a good job of coming down. Notice that you are still 15 to 20 yards inside the field. You need to be further to the sideline, especially on punts when they might run in that direction. Okay, so you do a little bit of a better job, but I want you to see how much better it is when you don't move and you stop wandering. In this case, you're stationary. You shouldn't have your hand on your whistle. Just stand relaxed, arms to your side. Gates, they need to stay up longer and need to have straighter arms. You want those gates to stay up all the way up until the center gets to the line. But notice how good you are. You're on the line, the teams are straight, and you always do a great job looking at your zone. Here, the play was incomplete in your zone. You did not signal incomplete. You also did not give the second down indication to the referee. And again, here you want to get your position and stand still and move closer to the sideline. He's looking right at you. He gives you the second down. You still don't even mirror it back to him. So there's no way that anybody knows that you know what down it is. You're still too far in. You should be no more than 10 yards in. You're a good 15 yards in from the sideline. You do a better job keeping your gates up for a longer period of time there. You're positioned well because you didn't wander as much. As always, you look beautifully down the field like you're supposed to. Play ends, just a few yard gain. You come in like you should. The first bag is dropped. Now we want to see you retreat straight back all the way to the sideline or within 5 yards. You're still too far in. You're not giving the down to the referee yet again. And now this is third down, and it's an important down that you're aware of. Now you're still a little bit too far in. Gates went up quick and came down quicker than they should have. And there's the punt. You do a good job coming downfield. But you're far too away from where that ball was received. You want to be parallel to that play, not 5-6 yards in front. So notice how close you are to the offense and defensive players. Again, you're far too inside the field of play. The defender and the receiver are just about 1 yard off from where you were. You are way too far inside the middle of the field. If they did an out pattern, you would literally be looking downfield. You wouldn't know the quarterback is throwing, and they might throw the ball on the side of your head. So you want to back that up even more. You want to get all the way to the sideline. Notice how that defender is lined up right beside you. She thinks you're on the sideline probably. And again, the offensive player and the receiver are right beside you. You need to back up more. You did a better job not wandering. That's good. As always, you're looking great down the line. But notice how that one player to the left of you was under you and you didn't pick her up. You want to be behind your receivers, not in front of them. That way you can see all of that. Okay, so let's take a look at your flag mechanics. There's a lot of work that needs to be done here. You're in proper position, that's good. Number 8 goes offside, you throw a flag, that's good. But then you stop officiating. They run for literally a no-yard gain, none at all. In this case, a team has a choice to accept or decline that foul. Most good teams will decline this foul and roll the down, rather than give them another chance only 5 yards back. You didn't come in to report the number of the player. You didn't report the team, rather than just pointing. You're hollering across 25 yards. You're not around the other officials so they can better understand what the call is. You're not providing any feedback to them whatsoever. So the entire thing here is a disaster. You are 5 yards off the line of scrimmage when retreating, and quite frankly, you threw a flag and then you stopped officiating for the rest of the play. So now we're on the next play. They throw deep. You're always very good at looking in your zone of coverage, which is excellent. That ball was out of your zone, so you shouldn't be giving the incomplete sign. You again haven't given the down to the head referee. You're coming in. There's no need to come in that far at this point, since this isn't a play that ended as a result of a tag. You're retreating straight back, which is good. Not doing as much wandering, checking your lines, which is good. You're still too far in. All game you were too far in. You're holding yourself in the right position, which is exactly what we want to see. That way you keep that line. Your gates go up at the right time. They stay up for the perfect length of time. And you're in proper position. Great. You stay behind your receivers. Fantastic. Now in this place, you want to go right up where that tag was made, which is what you did, which is good. Hold your spot. Also excellent. You want to pass that spot. When the first bag is dropped, you want to retreat to the sideline. Now this is exactly what we want to see when holding a spot. Play ended, you stood exactly on the blade of grass where the play ended. You didn't move. You've got perfect mechanics passing off the spot. You pointed when they were over the spot, so they dropped the bag and you got into position. Perfect.